everybody, and welcome back to my channel, and welcome back to another episode of Vlogmas. Today's episode, we are going to be making Christmas cookies, and I am going to be answering some Christmas questions. Now, these Christmas cookies are actually pepperkaker, and I got this dough from the grocery store here in Norway. Pepperkaker are a Norwegian version of gingerbread cookies, and it looks like it's going to be very delicious, so I'll let you take a look at this amazing Christmas cookie dough that I got. It is very authentic and very Norwegian. So while I am rolling out the cookies, creating my designs, and decorating, I'm also going to be simultaneously answering a bunch of fun Christmassy questions. So without further ado, let's make some cookies. Oh my gosh. Whoa, it smells so good. So this is apparently what Norwegian gingerbread dough looks like. All right, so I'm just going to roll out a little bit right now just to test it out. Ooh. I don't know about you all, but I am definitely someone who enjoys eating cookie dough, but I will try to show restraint. Ooh. So first I'm just gonna form a little ball and then roll this out. And while I do that, why don't we go to the first Christmas question? All right, first question. What is the best Christmas present you've ever received? So I am very fortunate in the fact that I have had a lot of really wonderful Christmases in my lifetime. I think though, if I had to just pick one Christmas present though, it would probably have to be one of the gifts from my childhood. And I think it would have had to be when I was about like 7 or 8 years old. And I got this wonderful dollhouse. It was this thing called like a calico critter dollhouse, and I absolutely loved those toys growing up. I was somewhat of a collector, and I still have the collection to this day, but that dollhouse was really like the first big thing from that toy collection that I had, and I played with it growing up so many years. And yeah, I think it was just a really wonderful gift, and I never remember being so happy as I was on that day. It's tough to roll out. Next question is kind of fun. What is the worst present you've ever received? I don't want to be mean, but one time it was a friend of mine, and it was like at a friend Christmas party that we had, and she had brought with her some homemade cookies, and I didn't want to say it to her at the time, but the cookies were not good. Like, I mean, these kind of cookies had like eggshell in them, if we're being honest, and just tasted chemically, like too much baking soda or something. But little did I know at the time, she thought I loved the cookie so much that her Christmas present to me was the recipe. And yeah, I'm pretty sure after that I had to actually go and make those cookies for her with the terrible recipe and continue to act like I loved them still. So it probably would have been better just to be honest up front. All right, I think we have a decent sized cookie dough here. And now I'm going to be carving some shapes. Next question. Did someone in my family ever receive a gift that I secretly wanted? That's kind of difficult just because I have 2 brothers. So I feel like growing up, we had very different interests. I think I'm going to be making some snowmen here actually. I don't know. I think my parents were generally pretty good about giving us all like shareable gifts as well, or giving us things that we specifically asked for. Maybe in the case of my brothers, we had a Wii growing up, and one Christmas we got Just Dance. And even though it was a gift for all of us, I'm pretty sure my brothers, they kind of hogged it most of Christmas Day. So I don't know if that really counts as someone getting a present that I secretly wanted, but I think that's probably the closest thing. And now I'm just going to make some hearts. All right, next question was, what is your favorite thing about Christmas? I mean, the entire season is really just a wonderful time of the year. No joke intended. But I actually have my birthday also in Christmas. So it's really like the time of year I look forward to most because it's just 1 month and so much is happening, and it's like every single day almost it's something fun and amazing going on. I'm gonna make him a top hat. I think it's just being able to spend lots of time with family. There's so many holidays around this time of year, especially in Norway, and it's kind of like the whole entire town just gets really quiet and you get a lot of time that you can just spend with your loved ones. And I really cherish that time a lot actually. So that's definitely what I'm looking forward to, is just being able to relax and be with the people I love here and get to give them gifts, of course, too. I really love being able to see how happy it makes them when I give someone a really good gift. I guess I also like receiving gifts too. I mean, it's also my birthday, so this is kind of the time I look forward to most in the entire year, which I think makes a lot of sense. I think I'm getting there. Yes, there we go. All right, here is the product. I don't know if you can see, but we have a snowman and a lot of hearts and a top hat. So this is going to be going in the oven. I'm just going to remove the excess dough really quick. And while I do that, we can look at another question. When do you start getting excited for Christmas? Now, this is a little bit tricky just because my answer can change depending on the year. Like in America, for example, I would always wait until after Thanksgiving to start getting excited for Christmas. So the last Thursday of November. But in Norway, Thanksgiving isn't really celebrated here. So the rest of the country kind of starts getting in the Christmas mood immediately after Halloween, which I'm not opposed to. So I noticed that the longer I've been living here, the earlier and earlier I start getting excited for Christmas. I think this year I decorated in like mid-November. So I think that's where I'm currently at, is mid-November is when it can start being Christmas time. Okay, so kind of messy, but they're all cut out and very stuck to the board. Now I'm going to be putting these in the oven and then I'll be right back. Oh wow! These baked really quickly. I just had them at 170 degrees Celsius for 6 minutes and they're already solid. But I think that's like what you want from a gingerbread cookie. Okay, and they're already like pretty cool. So I'm going to get started on the decorating and let's go on to the next question. Do I use advent calendars? I actually do, and I've gotten really into them the last 2 years. So growing up, we used to have this very nice wooden advent calendar, and it was a reusable one, of course, so you would basically just have all these little doors, and my mom would put little candies and toys in the different doors for every single day leading up to Christmas. This year, I actually just bought some advent calendars. This one is actually one of them right here. It is a marzipan candy advent calendar. So I've opened a couple of them already, and it's very delicious just to have a little treat. And I also got a beauty advent calendar. I can go show you guys. Here it is. So this one is called 24 Days of Beauty Products. And it's just like a tiny little thing every day, like a lip gloss or a hair clip, but it is fun to just have all these tiny little gifts leading up to Christmas. I have all of these sprinkles and I can't wait to use them. And I have this chocolate frosting to decorate with. The next question is, name a line from your favorite Christmas movie. I mean, I really like Home Alone. It's not my favorite, but I can't really think of any other quotes off the top of my head. So I guess just Merry Christmas, you filthy animal. This guy's turning out pretty good. Okay, next up is share a funny Christmas memory. So when I was a kid, I really believed in Santa, of course, like many children. Although I kind of took it a step further. I had this wonderful idea to create booby traps for Santa Claus so that I could capture him and get presents all year round. Genius, right? Well, one Christmas we were spending it at my grandma's, and she didn't know that I set booby traps. And long story short, she kind of got caught in one on Christmas Eve and almost like fell down the stairs because of it. Everybody was fine in the end, and I think, yeah, that's kind of how I found out Santa was real, but hey, at least nobody got hurt. All right, next question is, do you go for a real or a fake Christmas tree? So I'm gonna say a little bit of both. Growing up, we always would use a fake Christmas tree every single year, I think mostly just for the convenience of having it. Although ever since moving to Norway, we have been getting a real tree every single year. I think it's just more common here. Yeah, I do enjoy it, but I do kind of miss the convenience of having a fake tree, and also you can have it a lot longer. If you have a real tree, you kind of have to wait until later in the month to get your tree up. And I like to have my tree up for like a month and a half or something like that. So we'll see if we continue with the real trees. Either way, I think a Christmas tree is just wonderful to have. This snowman is looking pretty dang cute. This is actually very therapeutic. Would really recommend just cookie decorating if you're stressed out. All right, next question. Pictures with Santa, yes or no? Well, I think this is kind of an easy answer for me since they don't actually do the pictures with Santa here in Norway. It's not really a thing, like mall Santas aren't really a thing here. Although I think it could be fun to just have a Christmas photo shoot in general. I know we did one last year and I'm planning to do one again. So yeah, keep an eye out for that. The snowman is almost done. I'm just working on his hat right now. The next one was walk us through a typical Christmas day for you. So it's kind of looking a little different now than it used to, but right now we've been spending Christmas Eve as the main event here in Norway. And what we will typically do is we'll go to a family member's house and we'll just have a really nice Norwegian Christmas dinner. The kids will open presents. We'll open presents, of course, too. And then we come back here. And then after that, what we've been doing is also celebrating on Christmas Day, because that's what I'm used to, but just the two of us, and it's a much smaller affair, just kind of exchanging gifts between the two of us. And I think it's a really sweet day. Like, we just hang out in our pajamas. I make cinnamon rolls. We watch Christmas movies all day. It's just a very wonderful time. Ooh, these hearts are looking so nice. And the final question is, do you have any Christmas traditions? One Christmas tradition that we have is actually on Christmas Eve. So every Christmas Eve before Christmas Day, you are able to get one present, and it's always kind of the same thing. Our one Christmas Eve present is always a Christmas ornament that we get to put on the Christmas tree. So we have a whole collection with one new one every single year. And then we also get matching Christmas pajamas, and then we get to wear those on Christmas Day. So needless to say, I have a giant collection of Christmas pajamas. But yeah, that kind of concludes all the questions. So let's speed up this cookie decorating montage and see the final product. Oh my gosh, they turned out so good. Ta-da! I don't want them to fall. But those are my cookies. Thank you all so much for watching me decorate some cookies and answer some really fun Christmas questions. Be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this video, and I can't wait to see you all in the next Vlogmas episode. Merry Christmas, and bye guys!